My youngest son was drawn to this piece of driftwood on the beach the other day. So my wife told me to take it home, so I could make something of it. And that brings us to today. My son can't go to the daycare, and my mission for the day is to make something out of this together with my son. And in a way that's safe for a 1.5-year-old to be around. So in this one, I will limit my use of power tools, and it also can't take a ton of time. What is it, Tiano? Hey. Oh no, oh no. Kom, Tiano, kom. So here is my game plan. An object like this is nice, you know, with the fact that it's on a square piece of plywood. It looks nice, but it's bound to end up in a cabinet or in a box someplace, and then it's completely out of sight. So what I plan to do is to make a shelf around this using plywood, and then I will find a place in the house to put it up, so we will be using it all the time, and it will be a reminder of an object that my youngest son found and that we made together using very basic tools. Now, for safety reasons, I will be using a metal handsaw. This is the longest straight saw that I have. And also to cut the plywood, I will be using the jigsaw. I might sand it down at the end, depending on how it looks. And this is just my preferred way of going against mediocrity. Taking an object that we found on the beach and turning it into something that we will be using every day. Something that's going to be extremely strong and one of a kind. So, time to get started. Now, and to up the game a little bit, I have to do this before my son wakes up. He just fell asleep, and usually he will be sleeping for about an hour if he falls asleep in the morning. So, I have to work really quick on this one. So I'm examining the object from all sides, and I think it will look the nicest with this at the bottom, so it will be against the wall in this way. So and looking at the two sides, like one side is a little bit bent like so, and the other side is a little bit bent like this. But between this one and this one, I think that definitely this side looks way nicer. So this is where we'll make an incision for the piece of plywood to go. And actually this still works because it makes it easier to do the cutting, and I don't have a vise to clamp it in, so I'll just hold it by hand and see how that goes. Oh, I should probably trace like the thickness of plywood, so I'm gonna start with that. I have an old leftover piece, and it's perfect for this job. This is as good as any. I'll try to make it as straight as possible. So this looks to be it. So I'll just trace it like so. And on this side as well. And I make sure that the pencil stays flush against the plywood, so the lines will come out straight. Now you can see here that this is wider than this part here. So that just goes to show that I should definitely be cutting on the inside of the lines. So I will be cutting here on this side and also here on this side. And then if anything, if it turns out that it's too narrow, you know, then it's easier to make it a little bit bigger versus when it's too big and then to make it narrow. I mean, that's a little bit harder. So let's do this. I have a very old chisel, but it's not even straight anymore, and it's extremely dull. And I don't have a grinder or any other tool to sharpen it, so I'll just have to see how this goes, but I don't expect much. Okay. Now, since this literally doesn't work, I'm just gonna continue cutting like so to get most of the wood off. Okay. Oh, okay, so a dull chisel works when I pre-cut it. Okay, so that's good to know. Now, like this, it's mostly flat. It's not 100% flat, but if you look at the side, you can see that it's mostly flat. I'm surprised I got something off with the chisel still, because it's extremely dull. But apparently it still kind of works. But maybe it also goes to show like how weak this wood really is. So next up, I will trace this onto a piece of plywood, but before doing that I need to figure out if it's the right width, and by looking at it, it just is a bit on the small side, which is exactly what I wanted. So let's continue. Now for the next part, it's a big improv to figure out the shape of the plywood. I have seen like those tools you can use. It's like strips of plastic that follow the contours of any odd object that you want to cut out. I don't have it. I would love to try it out. Let me know in the comments below if you worked with any of those tools. I will show it in a screen in the video so you know what I'm talking about. And let me know how it works for you, if it is worth investing in such a tool. Now what I'm doing here is I'm literally gonna trace the shape of the wood. And I already know that it's much bigger than it needs to be. So this is the line I just traced based on the shape of the wood, and I'm gonna draw it again, but like approximately a centimeter inside to see if that's gonna do the trick. So this line right here is what I'm gonna cut off using the jigsaw. And this one needs to come off straight first. So between here, this point and this point, it's almost a straight line. The rest of the contour is not too bad, but also to the back here, it also needs to go straight back. And here, I need to go back as well. So let's see. So I have to go so, then this piece is good. This is almost a straight line. This contour is okay. And then back here. Let's go like this. Okay. This is quite a challenge to make this happen. What's going on here? I think the blade of my circle saw is getting dull, but I'm not sure. I think that's it, but what do you all think? Drop it in the comments below. Is my blade getting dull or is something else going on? It almost fits, so I'm just gonna cut off like a tiny bit here, and then I can see if it fits into place. Now we're getting closer. It's almost here. So just marking it down, like from here to here needs to be a straight line. This end here, this is okay. And also on this side here. Okay, so I left these pieces out and also these pieces here. So these will just be straight lines. And then this needs to be straight as well. Almost there. So between here and here, this is where it needs to be cut off better. Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Also, there needs to be a bit more space to the back. I think this is the final cut, so I'm just gonna cut off these parts first, and then this, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit as is. So I'm gonna heavily sand all pieces and then put it together. Now, just to find a way to keep it in place. My guesstimate is that a couple of 3-inch screws should do the trick. I should preferably use 4-inch, but I only have 2 and 3-inch. So the screw is slightly longer than the length of the drill, so I will remove the piece of driftwood and continue drilling a bit deeper into the plywood, because if I don't do that, I'm pretty sure that it will start splitting the plywood. Well, let's see how this goes. It is firm, it's in place, but I just realized that if this is flat against the wall, this thing is pointing up. So I'm gonna add a piece of wood approximately here, which will also help with the installation. I need to sand it first. So this also symbolizes a drop of water. It's just a cutoff from the project. So obviously, this here is not the final spot for this shelf, but it's just to show you what I came up with. I really tried to make something that will be within view for all of us, based on something that my youngest son found and what we made together. And of course, what my 1.5-year-old son is able to make is quite limited still. But I definitely enjoyed his company during the build. So if you're looking for something to make with your 1.5-year-old, take him or her to the beach, look for a piece of driftwood and start making something. And by this you turn an object into something that you will use on an everyday basis. And that's what going against mediocrity is all about. It's about building something with speed, style and strength, something that stands out, something that will last a long time, and something that you will totally enjoy every time you come around with. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I really inspired you to start building something for yourself. And if I can do it, so can you. And drop in the comments below what you are currently working on yourself. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for subscribing, because it really helps the algorithm to push this content out to more people who don't even know yet that they need Jelmer builds things into their life. So that's it. That's the video. I like the combination of the driftwood and the plywood. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah. Time for the live stream. Thursdays, 11 AM AST, Atlantic Standard Time.